Hi, this is Kim with Dr. Sheldon Dwyer Chiropractic, discussing my ankle. Go ahead, Dr. Sheldon.
We've been seeing Kim since April 3rd was her first time. She came in with both her proximal fibula and ankle. So she had surgery on that. She's still having a little bit of joint instability in her ankle. Typically we find her talus. And today is actually better than it has been on some occasions, but we're still, we were motioning this out, there's a tendency for her talus to want to go anterior and limit her dorsiflexion. She's still a little bit on this lateral aspect. That talus is binding up a little bit, doesn't quite have the full range of motion. So the last couple times we've done not only just an anterior adjustment on the talus, but we've done a lateral to medial. So today it looks like we'll do the lateral to medial. You know, she has a little pocket of edema right here.
Very sore to his touch.
And so then we'll, as we come under here, there's a little tiny bit more. Most of our edema is just right as we get to that distal fibula and start getting into that talus joint there.
So it's hanging up, the talus on the calcaneus, it's hanging up.
Yep, and then right as we get close to that distal fibula right there, we get a little bit of that swelling, and it doesn't quite got that full range of motion.
And then how does it affect this? In many times have I been affected over on this point too, or this point affects this point, or how would you describe what I could feel over and the tightness is, in dorsiflexion I feel right now a little more tight here. A lot of times I feel it in both places. I'm a little more positive on this side today. Plantar flexion last night when I was walking on flat streets in Lucid, as soon as I went down a little slope of any hill, the plantar flexion immediately sent terrible nerve symptoms, and I was in spasms the whole night. Had to take some medication about 3:30 this morning because of the guarding tight spasms in my ankle. And again, it's calmer now right now, and I had to take medication, which was a half of a pill of diazepam, which does help with spasms, to kind of calm it down so that I wouldn't be quite as guarded when I came here today. So because I was really stiff yesterday, and the more stiffer I am when you go to adjust this, the more painful the adjustment can be. But so I kind of did it for both myself and for you too.
Well, when this talus goes anterior, that's going to affect your whole ability to dorsiflex. So when this talus pops up, then that's going to really affect this.
Okay.
So that's why you get that.
So it's sometimes coming anterior, but also it's kind of shifting lateral medial shifting. So there's two type of adjustments you've done in both anterior, for the anterior positioning of it, the wrong positioning of it, and also for the side-to-side laterality positioning. So today it's definitely more laterality positioning.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and let you adjust it. Just keep the video running. I don't know, stop it, start. Does he need to hold my leg too, or?
Well, that's more for the anterior.
Oh, okay.
We should be okay.
The main thing is for you to get the detail.
All right. So we're gonna come in here and bring this talus from lateral to medial primarily is the goal here. Right there. Let that relax. There we go. Right there. There we go. I'm just going to check it here. That helped quite a bit already. Quite a bit. Then we're going to get a little bit more out of that. Let that relax there. Right there. No, a little more.
Relax that a little. Oh, hold on there.
There we got it. Okay.
And how's the cuboid and the other parts of the forefoot, from a chiropractic standpoint?
You did pretty good on that overall. I mean, it's mainly this joint here, but that is really allowing me to kick that lateral there. So we'll see how you do with that. Set pretty nice. So
can you show, does it move better now?
Yeah. Yep. That's why when we're coming in here, we're testing that. See how that kicks over. I mean, I couldn't get that much out of that before, and you would.
It's so painful.
Yeah.
Sore under there.
We come in and poke on that edema, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but range of motion's definitely better.
And how does it feel like on the medial, you know, like when you check on, I mean, you're feeling
Right.
on, under the medial malleolus and,
You know, this is really, I've never found a whole lot here. It's usually been, you know,
right there on that
on
point
this
at the
talus
top,
just a little bit.
on the top and that left side
Yep.
is my main.
Yep. Yep.
And,
So right now, you know, when we get done adjusting, her foot will typically motions really well. It's just a matter of
so
getting
if
long
I'm
term.
standing, you see that feels a little different standing. Well, it feels less rigid right now. Well, it's definitely less rigid than when I was walking yesterday. Now, I guess now the only question is how long do I maintain it? I don't know what to say. It just was in such a spasm throughout the whole night and from the walking. Maybe it was a little bit better. Like I said, I did a lot of good physical therapy yesterday. You know, we were working very much on controlling weight bearing, you know, really engaged. We already did the table exercises with my leg and had strength, and then we were holding on doing like really controlled proprioceptive, well, not only proprioceptive, but hip, you know, strength, staying in the hip, the glute muscles working, and staying over that foot. So I did get better from last week in physical therapy with that. But again, you know, this foot stuff hasn't changed. You know, it's a little more positive today. But anyhow, so that's just today, whatever day we're on. What day are we on? 28th of August. So we'll see you again next week, and I'll just try to stay as natural as possible and not try to overbrace it. Just see how it maintains itself. Would that be your advice?
Sounds good, yeah.
Okay, thank you.